incredible 5 and 88 last year.
Hello and welcome back. We are here for the speed final at the Rockmaster Festival. This is the IFSC's World Cup stage. As you can see behind me at the moment, they're just introducing the male athletes. The female athletes have come out already. An incredible start to the day for all of these athletes. We took those 49 athletes down just to 16 of each, 16 men, 16 women. We now took them down to just 8 because we took the first final round and we did it right at the end of the qualifications just to confuse things and just to get things a little bit more exciting for this stage. So now we have 8 and 8, 16 in all, 8 men, 8 women, here for the Speed Finals IFSC World Cup. Welcome back to Arco. Let's get things underway, having a little look at the start lists.
Ufficiale di questa Coppa del Mondo Speed, adesso siamo pronti per salire, per arrampicare veloci. Luci scaldano la parete, prese rosse.
Just to give you a heads up then of who we're going to be looking at here after the last minute changes. The 8 athletes in the women's are Alina Gaida-Makina up against Julia Kaplina on our first race. Going to be Ksenia Polakina up against Anna Saigonova. Maria Krasavina up against Yulia Levochkina. Anok Jalber and Monika Prokopiuk are the 8 female athletes we have at this stage, getting ready to move forward into the final rounds with the last 8. For the men, then, we have Libor Hroza against Sergei Sinitsyn. Marcin Dzienski up against Evgeny Wojciechowski. Kwixin Zong against Jerzy Komozinski. Stanislav Kokorin up against Leonardo Gontero. Those are your 8 athletes in the men's. We start things off, I believe, with the women's in a moment. With our first race, number 45, Alina Gaida-Makina up against Yulia Kaplina, number 47. Both athletes from Russia. Both athletes will be out in just a few moments' time, putting in some good times earlier today as well. We get ready and we hope that the clocks are going to work this time. We had a bit of a tricky time of things this morning with the clocks, and we're hoping that they're going to work this time for us then as well. We still have a lead final to come for you as well tonight, guys. Remember that one? It's not just the speed we're covering here, it's also the lead.
8:05 the female record, 5:88 the male record, 8:05 il record al femminile, 5:88 il record al maschile. Se non avete mai visto climbers volare sulle prese, siete nel posto giusto al momento giusto.
As you can see, they're just getting everything ready down at the bottom of the wall. The judges and officials making sure that they are agreed and that the clocks are set to normal. And in a few moments' time, we'll welcome out our first pairing, number 45, Alina Gaida-Makina, up against number 47, Yulia Kaplina. Welcome back to Arco, the Rockmaster Festival. And of course, we still have the lead final yet to come. Got myself a little bit fuddled earlier. I was pretty sure that it was only going to be 3 and 3 going through to the finals. Do not ask me why. I'm used to the IFSC final format with the 8 going through in lead. I believe I was misinformed and was going off on one about there being only 3 through to the finals, but there's not. In the men's and the women's, there are 8, and the interesting difference between a normal IFSC lead final and here at the Rockmaster final, the difference is that at the IFSC final they are on-sighting there, whereas at the Rockmaster lead final here they have worked on the routes. They have worked on these routes, which means they're going to be moving a lot faster, the potential of getting pumped very quickly. We'll see how that happens as they come out a little bit later on for the lead final. But now though, on to the speed finals.
In incredible times, Speed World Cup third stage.
So, still having a bit of a sort out here at the bottom by the looks of things with the judges.
Forse loro possono controllarlo.
So, I'm absolutely sure not long now. Welcome back if you are joining us to Arco. If you want to get in touch, you can do so on Twitter using the hashtag IFSCWC for this, our Speed World Cup in Arco in Italy 2013. Our first few athletes moving out now then, Alina Gaida-Machina and Giulia Caplina.
Winning the World Championship World Cup in Arco 2012 and the record woman, Giulia Caplina.
So Gaida-Machina here on the left-hand side, Giulia Caplina on the right. Giulia Caplina with the new world record after Baku this year. Both these athletes from the same team. Predominantly Russian final here. 6 Russian athletes, 1 French athlete, 1 Polish athlete. In the speed final. We get ready then. Our female athletes take their place on the wall. Remember guys, this is knockout. This is a race to the top of the wall. And we are away. Gaida-Machina starting to take a bit of an advantage here, but you can see Giulia Caplina going out to level neck and neck here. Still neck and neck, it's going to be close. It is Gaida-Machina with 8.48 that moves forward onto the next round. Caplina is out at this stage. 8.48 moves her forward onto the next final round. So we're taking these 8 female athletes down to just 4. When we have 4 athletes, we'll have our 2 pairs at the end. Those 2 pairs will race. The winner goes into the grand final to compete for the gold and silver medal. The loser goes into the small final to compete for the bronze. At the moment, we've just lost to Giulia Caplina. We are now with Alina Gaida-Machina moving forward. Our next 2 athletes then are Ksenia Polakina, number 39. She's on the left-hand side. She's up against Anna Saigonova, number 31 on the right. 2 more Russian athletes out here, and only one of them can go through to the next stage. So, Ksenia Polakina on the left-hand side, number 39, up against Anna Saigonova, number 31 on the right. 2 athletes from Russia racing in this knockout heat. That looks like a false start. Yep, it was a very, very quick start there from Anna Saigonova. Well ahead of the buzzer. So she's back down again with 1 false start behind her. That was the official just coming across to make sure that she knew it was her, because they're not allowed 2. They're allowed 1. If they false start again, she will be eliminated from the competition, and automatically then we will see Ksenia Polakina moving forward into the next stage of the finals.
At your marks.
And here we go. And we're off. No false start this time, but an automatic lead for Ksenia Polakina. Can Saigonova start to pull it back? It's looking like it's not going to be able to. 9.12 sees Ksenia Polakina moving forward into the next stage. Unfortunately, not able to pull it back there, Anna Saigonova. 9.12, not as fast as the previous round, Alina Gaida-Machina, or Gaida-Machina. I will get that into my head eventually, the right pronunciation for that name. 8.48 seconds is the fastest so far at this stage of the final. Our next two then, Maria Krasavina, number 46 of Russia, up against our current world champion in speed, Yulia Levochkina, number 49. 46 on the left, 49 on the right. The last of our Russian athletes in the female final. Krasavina not one to be ruled out at all here, despite Yulia Levochkina's impressive rep.
At your marks. Ready.
And here we are away. Yulia Levochkina trying to take a lead here, but Krasavina's managed to get a good head start here. A double slip there from Levochkina. It's looking like her harness isn't quite right. She wants to finish. There's nothing to stop her. She's missed the button at the top there, though. But I'm not sure what's happening here. Seems to be an issue with the harness. Yulia Levochkina is pulling over one of our officials here to have a bit of conversation. It's looking like we could possibly be going again. She's saying that there's a problem with the harness, I think. A couple of stumbles there. Looking like she's got her foot caught in one of the straps of the harness. Big discussion going on at the bottom of the wall here. No doubt we'll see Angelo emerge in a moment to try and solve it. There is Angelo emerging right now. Trying to find out exactly what's going on here. The IFSC official still talking to Yulia Levochkina at the moment. It's looking like she's been denied. I think we will see an appeal here, most definitely. From the Russian team. We will wait and see what happens. It's looking like we're going to be moving on to our next race, though. And at the moment, as it stands, Krasavina moves forward. Time of 9.42. So it's looking like we could have an appeal there, and the reason that that's happened is Yulia Levochkina seems to have caught a foot in one of the straps. Now, I'm pretty sure that these harnesses will be provided by the venue, and she obviously wasn't comfortable with what she was wearing at the stage where she started a few moments ago. So we are moving on then. We have Arco Jalbert, number 43. On the left, and also Monika Prokopiuk, number 41 on the right. On to the last set here. So at the moment, provisionally, it's Maria Krasavina moving on. Yulia Levochkina staying knocked out of the competition. We wait and see if there's going to be a further appeal there. There is Monika Prokopiuk for Poland. Just getting into the right mindset.
At your marks.
It's a shame to see one of these nations disappearing at this stage. But only one can win.
Ready.
Here we are, no false start. They're a fantastic beginning there for both of them. Arco Jalbert's trying to take a lead here. She's managing to hold that a little bit. Prokopiuk trying to pull it back. It is Jalbert with 9.13. Jalbert moves through to the next stage of the finals. We get ready to go things with the men's finals in a few moments. Be very quickly bringing those out in just a few moments' time. Arco Jalbert there, fantastic effort from the world ranked 10th at the start of this year. Current world ranking was 4th after Chongqing, and she's moving up. 3 times gold medals at the female junior speed competitions in Singapore, last year, in Edinburgh last year, and in Friedrichshafen in 2011. Anok Jalbert moves forward into the next stage. We are on to the men's speed round now. We have Libor Hroza, number 26, on the left-hand side, up against Sergei Sinitsyn of Russia, number 22, on the right. This should be a good one. Now, based on his earlier climbing, as long as Libor Hroza can stay in the right mindset here, all the odds would point to him moving forward. The guy on the left right now, Libor Hroza. We wait to find out.
Ready.
We are away, no false starts. A good start here, still neck and neck. Libor Hroza starting to take a lead. It's going to be Hroza. Sergei Sinitsyn trying to pull it back, just couldn't quite get there. 6.55. And Hroza moves forward to the next stage of the male finals. Our next two athletes then, Marcin Dziecięcki of Poland on the left-hand side, up against Evgeny Wojciechowski of Russia on the right. Evgeny Wojciechowski, number 25, and Marcin Dziecięcki, number 19. Those are our next lineup. Evgeny Wojciechowski, the current speed world record holder, a time of 5.88 seconds. Marcin Dziecięcki putting in some very impressive times earlier today. There was a difference of 100th of a second between these two athletes' climb in the quarter final. So the 16 down to 8 that they climbed earlier to be here right now against each other. Marcin Dziecięcki climbed it in 6.59. Evgeny Wojciechowski climbed it in 6.58. On the right, Evgeny Wojciechowski, number 25. On the left, Marcin Dziecięcki, number 19. Here we are then, they are still neck and neck. Dziecięcki wants this, you can see he's trying to power ahead. He's got a bit of a lead here. It is Dziecięcki. 6.34 seconds, incredibly fast. Dziecięcki goes on to face Hroza in the next stage of this competition. 6.34 seconds, Libor Hroza's 6.55. But still, Hroza did a 6.13 earlier today. Hroza still has the fastest time overall in the entire competition. He's more than capable of holding his own against Marcin Dziecięcki. Dziecięcki, though, still could be a force to be reckoned with. We wait to find out. Our next two athletes then, Kwixin Zong on the left-hand side, number 27. On the right, Jerzy Komosinski of Poland, number 20. There's Komosinski. And there is Kwixin Zong. Kwixin Zong, the previous world record holder, 6.26 seconds. Jerzy Komosinski with one of the fastest times earlier today. Komosinski knocking out Yaroslav Gontarek earlier today. Good clean start here, Kwixin falling behind a little bit. It's going to be Komosinski by the look of things. Can Kwixin pull it back? He does! Unbelievable. Kwixin Zong managing to just find a turbo drive in the last 5 seconds. I say 5 seconds, that's most of the run. The last 2 seconds of the run there, right towards the top of the wall. Sudden last second burst of speed. And it is Zong that moves forward onto the next stage with a time of 6.37 seconds, despite Jerzy Komosinski holding that lead for most of that race. Our next pairing then, Stanislav Kokorin, world rank number 1 for Russia, number 30 on the left-hand side, and Leonardo Gontero for Italy, number 24 on the right. Our next two out here. Earlier on then, Leonardo Gontero in the first stage of the finals, 6.43 seconds. Stanislav Kokorin, 6.61. We should see Kokorin step up his game a little bit here. We wait to see which of these athletes is going to be going up against Kwixin Zong in the next round of the men's speed final here in Arco.
At your marks. Ready.
Here we are then, we are away. A nice quick start for Kokorin. He's trying Gontero, but a slip there is going to cost it him, I think. Nice and controlled, matching the last climb. Kwixin Zong Kokorin with 6.37 seconds. Unfortunately, a stumble there from Leonardo Gontero knocks him out of the competition at this stage. Kokorin, though, puts in the exact same time to the 100th of a second as Quixin Zong in the last round. Both athletes will be facing each other in the next stage, and they both just climbed it in 6.37 seconds. Very impressive, but Stanislav Kokorin is the one to go through. Now, we should be back over to the female athletes now, if I've got my thinking right. On to the next stage. This is to decide who will go through into the grand final and who goes through into the small final at this stage of the competition. We wait for our female athletes to come and join us. So it's looking like the judges are just making sure everything's okay. Our officials are sorting some things out down on the ground. We will be with our next athletes in just a few moments. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all well. Very nice evening here in Arco. Starting to cool down a little bit more now. It's a little bit more relaxed. It looks like there's hardly any crowd there from that above cam shot, but I can promise you behind me the entire lawn is full. You can see a few more of them there. The lawn is absolutely packed, full of people sitting down, sprawled out on the grass. We'll wait for our next pairing, which will be Alina Gaida-Makina, number 45, up against Ksenia Polechina, number 39. 45 on the left, 39 on the right, according to this stage of the competition, where we should be with our finalists. Yes, here we go. Gaida-Makina on the left, Polechina on the right. This is for a place in the grand final. The loser goes through into the small final, so the winner gets to play for the gold and silver medal. Whoever wins this race will have secured themselves a medal here at this IFSC World Cup. Gaida-Makina hopefully can keep pushing. She got very excited in Baku. There you can see her trying to concentrate. She actually ran up and wrestled the mic off me in Baku so that she could say hello to her mum after going through the finals. That's in the relief that comes after this moment. For now, it's all tension, and here we are away. Gaida-Makina trying to get an advantage here, but it's looking like Polechina's keeping the pressure on. Can Gaida-Makina get there? Yes, she can. 8.33 seconds. She manages to stop the clock, 8.33.
In the big final for the first and second place for Ksenia Polechina, one place in the small final for the third place for the...
Gaida-Makina goes forward into the grand final. Into the small final goes Ksenia Polechina with a time of 8.97. So the second semi-final to decide who gets to be in which of the next finals is between Maria Krasavina, number 46. It looks like that incident with Yulia Levachkina has been decided. Number 46, Maria Krasavina on the left. On the right, Anuk Jalbert, number 43. And next two athletes to decide who can make it through into the grand final for a chance at the gold and silver medals. Whoever loses this race gets to compete for the bronze against Ksenia Polechina, the loser of our last race. Moment of tension. You can see Anuk Jalbert trying to control her breathing there at the bottom of the wall.
Ready.
We are off. Anuk Jalbert trying to get a position into the lead here. She's trying to take a bit more of an advantage, but no, our Russian athlete is pushing ahead. It is the Russian athlete making it through to the next stage. Maria Krasavina goes through with 8.52. Krasavina into the grand final. Jalbert into the small final.
So we will have later The small final
with the time, with no tap there, unfortunately, so no time on that for her. As the loser of that one, she gets to compete, though, for the bronze. We now get back over to the men's, just to keep you guys on your toes. We're doing this deliberately. We will have Libor Hroza with up against Marcin Dziecięcki. Libor Hroza, number 26 on the left-hand side. Marcin Dziecięcki, number 19 on the right. Hroza has been climbing faster during the day today, but we've seen Dziecięcki rise to the challenge every time so far, putting in a good time, not letting the pressure get to him. He's going to do well here. Libor Hroza on the left, Marcin Dziecięcki on the right. Athletes take their starting positions. And here we are, Hroza taking a very quick lead. Dziecięcki trying to pull it back, but it's Hroza at the moment, he's holding it. 5.99, the first break of the 5-second barrier today. That is 1100th of a second away from the world record of 5.88. Libor Hroza 5.99. A great time there, 6.41 from Marcin Dziecięcki, but unfortunately no chance at a gold this time. With 6.41 he goes into the small final. Libor Hroza just been an unstoppable force today. We get ready for our next stage then. It is Kwixin Zong, number 27, up against Stanislav Kokorin, number 30. Zong, number 27 on the left, number 30 on the right, Kokorin. Now we have the world rank number 1 up against the previous world record holder. So this should be pretty good. The winner of this gets to go up against Libor Hroza, try and take down the Titan in claiming the top of the podium, the gold medal for this Speed World Cup.
At your right.
Athletes are asked to take their marks.
Ready.
We are away. False start there though from Kokorin. Kokorin with a false start. We go back down to the ground again. See the official moving across now in front of the stage to say that that was you. And he knows it was him. He's giving him the nod. We get ready for another attempt. A lot of pressure on these athletes right now. The loser will still have a chance at a medal. But this is for the title. They've got to do this to win.
At your right.
And here we are.
Ready.
Nice clean start this time. Kwixin Zong taking an automatic lead here straight away, and he's holding it as well. 6.02. 6.02 sees Zong through to the grand final. The small final, 6.26, which is actually Zong's previous record. Has come from Kokorin this time, 6.26. He goes through into the small final up against Marcin Dziecięcki at a chance for the bronze medal. There could be a possibility that we don't have a Russian athlete at all on the podium in the men's, which will be a big change, a big difference. We're not used to seeing that at all. That doesn't usually happen. The Russians usually dominate in this field. We now get ready to go over again to the female athletes, which will be our small final next up, which is Ksenia Polakina up against Anok Jalber in the small final at the first stage here. In a moment's time, we'll be welcoming them out onto the field. The clocks are being reset as we talk. Some of our lead athletes you can see there in the crowd a few moments ago. Not long now, we welcome our next athletes out.
Salutatevi, guardatevi lì dentro, quanto siete belli, siete voi il pubblico di questo Rockmaster Festival 2013. Sta calando il sole in questa splendida, lunga e tinta giornata, ma noi non ci stanchiamo mai, lo spettacolo continua, stiamo andando avanti, siamo ormai alla gran finale, il final, questa World Cup, la sfida ancora, sfida mondiale, ritorna all'Arco per...
So, not long now. Nice to have the extra security down on the ground with the police doing the belaying here for us. It shows you what a climbing central town this is. There is Anok Jalber getting ready to go up against Ksenia Polakina for the bronze medal. There's Alina Gaida-Makina waiting for her chance at the gold. So just to give you a heads up at what else we have coming up on the IFSC circuit. We have, after this event, Purs in Belgium, the Lead World Cup. We go from Belgium over to Russia for Perm for a World Cup there as well. When we come back from there, we end up heading over to the Asian continent for 3 World Cups in a 2-week period. 1 in China, 1 in Japan, 1 in South Korea. That is all still coming up. That's 5 new IFSC Lead World Cups within the next month, brought to you live from all around the world, and that is still coming up on the IFSC's website. Make sure you stay tuned. If you want to access any of the information about any of those, you can find the details on the calendar on the IFSC's website. If you're not on there at the moment watching this, it is ifsc-climbing.org. We currently have on the left Ksenia Polakina, number 39. On the right, Anok Jalber, number 43. Here we are, Jalber trying to take an early lead, but it's a false start. And I believe that's the second one in the competition for her, so that could be an elimination. No, they're letting her carry on climbing, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure that was the second false start for Anok Jalber. Wait and see, there has been no mention of it so far. The athletes are allowed to carry on. Not sure what happened there, guys, but we're going to go for another one. Polakina on the left, Jalber on the right. Here we are, a nice clean start this time then. It's still neck and neck. Each athlete moving in exact unison at the moment. No one taking a lead, and at the last, it was it was Polakina at the very last. Polakina then moves forward onto the next stage, which means that no matter what happens from now in, we will have an all-Russian podium here in the women's IFSC Speed Final. The overall results just at the last there, Ksenia Polakina, you can see there still, even at that late stage, neck and neck, the last 2 or 3 moves. Just a quick jump ahead there for Polakina, secures the bronze medal for her. So Polakina, 3rd place. I believe we'll stay with the women's now. Nope, we're going over to the men's, just to really keep people on their toes. We're going to go over to the men's small final now. Marcin Dziecięcki on the left-hand side. Number 19, Marcin Dziecięcki on the left, up against Stanislav Kokorin, number 30 on the right. This is for the bronze medal, just like we saw a moment ago with the women's. The victor here takes home the bronze.
At your marks.
The athletes take their positions. Can Dziecięcki have a comeback here? That's a nice quick start, but Kokorin instantly taking a bit of a head start on the lead here. Can it be? No. A 1/10 of a second between them, but it is Kokorin. No doubt furious at not being able to play for the gold medal. It is Stanislav Kokorin, 6.24 seconds, that takes home the bronze medal. Unfortunately, Marcin Dziecięcki will have to be happy with the 4th place. 6.34 his final climb. So, we are on to our grand finals. Ladies and gents, this is what it's all about. The winner of this one takes the gold. The loser takes the silver. This is for the title here at the Arco World Cup in Speed 2013. Everything these athletes have been training for over the past few months comes down to this moment. The pressure on these two athletes right now is phenomenal to perform. Russia already has secured complete podium in the female category. The gold, silver and bronze will all be going to Russia, but this is a personal matter of pride here, trying to win. And here we are, Gaida Makina trying to take a lead. She's taking a lead. Starting to come back a little bit though is Krasavina. Can she come back? Gaida Makina stumbles. And she's managed to get it though. She doesn't know it. She doesn't know it, but she's actually managed to get it. She's the only one that managed to stop the clock. The other clock is still running. Ah, there you are. She's just realized. All of the way down there, absolutely distraught at the fact that she hadn't got it, and then she spotted that the clock was still running and that Krasavina unfortunately didn't manage to get a hand on the stop button at the top there, and so Gaida Makina takes the gold. What a great way to find out that you've won. Having it snatched away from you and then suddenly getting it back again. So, Alina Gaida Makina comes first. Maria Krasavina is second, and Yulia... Sorry, get myself confused. Ksenia Polakina in 3rd place. Anok Yalba unfortunately goes home without a medal. 3 Russian athletes, 3 medals. In the women's, we're over to the men's then, the grand final. This should be good. This should be very good. Libor Rosa up against Quixin Zong. These two are Goliaths in speed climbing field. Libor Rosa, literally a Goliath. Around 6'4". Libor trying to keep himself calm. Quixin trying to get a little bit ready for this now. Looks far more on edge than Rosa. Rosa trying to control himself. A slip here, and this is it. As I said for the female athletes a moment ago, this has all been for this. All the preparation comes down to these 6 seconds. False start there from Libor Rosa. You can see that he went well before the buzzer. And that's the pressure. Now he has to stall a little bit here. We've seen Libor Rosa go out in the finals before for double false starts, and the pressure gets to him. Now he has to do a little bit of a delay here as he moves through this one. Take his time, not get too excited about this. Zong, a good start from him a few moments ago. Can he replicate that again now? You can see the pressure on Rosa's face.
5,88 il record del mondo.
Massima concentrazione.
At your marks. Reading.
A good start this time. Libor Rosa does pause, but then he starts to take it back. He wants this, he really wants it, and he gets it. Exactly the same time as the previous round. 5.99 twice. Against 6.27 for Quintin Zong. Zong takes the second place. Rosa gets his gold medal, the one that he's been hunting for a good time. Libor Rosa, gold medal for the Czech Republic. Fantastic to see the athlete succeeding after the pressure that he's been under as well. Great comeback for him. Unfortunate for Quintin Zong, but still a silver medal to be happy about here. You can see it again in replay. Rosa just kept ahead. His couple of points he stalled, fumbled with his hands a little bit, just kept pushing with the feet, kept moving on to the next one. It was close, but 5.99. Libor Rosa, the only athlete at all today to have broken the 5-second barrier. Round of applause from the crowd for both of those athletes. Our gold and silver medalist, ladies and gents. A fantastic speed final here at this stage for the IFSC World Cup.
Dan, I'm going to need you, mate, if you can. Johnny, I need a battery, mate. Have we got one?
That's 7.
Yeah.
Finali. Giudicato di questa prova di Coppa del Mondo adesso. Giusto il tempo di trasferire gli atleti al palco, premiazioni veloci, se le meritano. Perché la sfida e poi il sipario si riapre per grande sfida sulla prova lead lavorata.
So we're trying to put our hands on our two winners, Alina Gaidamakina and Libor Rosa, to do an interview with them in a few moments' time. We're going to try and grab them. We're just sorting out what's happening. Remember as well, guys, we've got the lead final coming up straight away after this one. Not long to wait around at all. I believe around 8:30 we're due to start with the lead final. That's local time to us. And it's currently fast approaching 8 o'clock before we get ourselves ready for that. They might bring it forward a little bit now that the speed final has finished as quick as it has. And in a moment I'll be having a brief conversation, all being well, with Libor Rosa and Alina Gaidamakina. We shall wait and see. I will keep you guys posted. Well, in a few seconds, we're going to be having an interview with Libor Kroza and also Alina Gaidamakina. We're having a brief chat to them in a moment's time, and then we will be moving forward with the lead final. Not long now before we have everything underway. It's looking like we're getting ready for the podiums as well. We're prepping with the medals for the podium positions, and as you can see, that lovely little lead chair at the bottom there as well. That's the leader chair as we move through the leader competition here. Libor Kroza, an incredible effort there. How are you feeling?
It's a great feeling. I'm really happy because this is my, I think, the best season which I ever had, and I'm really happy because after World Games I had some holidays, and then when I wanted to train again I get ill, so it was unplanned So it changed my plan.
So you've had a lot of time out, a lot of time not training, and then all of a sudden you're coming back and now onto a win again. It was an incredibly fast time as well, 5.99. You're 11th of a second away from the world record. Is it the fastest time you've ever done?
Yes, in competition it's the fastest time, but in training, like before Chamonix, before European Championship, what was the top level of this season for me, I had like 5.74 and 5.75 many times.
Are you hoping to replicate that at competitions in the future then? Are you going to keep pushing, keep going?
Yeah, I hope so, but it's really hard to do it in competition because competitions are a little bit different. Like they are more about psychic. So you are stressed and it's not same like in training. But I think I can get it. I can do it.
What is your mental procedure to handle the pressure out the front? You know, it's a very stressful situation. Do you have your own mantra or way of calming down?
Oh, yeah, I have some like mantras or something like that. I didn't used to that like 1 year ago, and now I'm doing it, and I think it helps me a lot.
It's clearly helping you. You've done absolutely fantastic here. Congratulations on your win, Libor. Where's next for you? Where's the next event?
In Perm, in Russia, and then some Asian competition.
Are you doing every single World Cup this year?
I don't know yet because I have some plans for next season, like train in Canada, and I want to manage the visas and all things at home, like sell car and other things.
Libor, congratulations. Thank you very much again. Thank you.
Thanks.
Fantastic to speak to the man himself, the giant, the gentle giant, Libor Hroza. We're going to be having a brief conversation with Alina Gaidamakina just before we carry on with our lead finals. She's just signing autographs, as you do. I'm going to try and grab her and put her up onto the stage, and we'll have a meeting or a bit of a conversation with her in a short while. So Alina's just having either a back tattoo or getting signed. I don't know exactly what's happening, but she's signing a lot of autographs here down on the ground level. You've probably seen the new leaders chair, a bit of a sparkly upgrade from what we had over in Imst. Bit of an interesting chair to end up in there. And I am now about to be joined by Alina Gaidamakina of Russia. Alina, an incredible performance. You've done it. You've got another gold here. How are you feeling?
How I feel? Bad, very bad, because I did mistake. And if I haven't this lucky, I can be second.
I think what looked like had happened is that you had the little slip, and we saw also from Krasavina that moment where she thought she was going to get there. I think she might have panicked a little bit, and then you thought you'd lost, didn't you, at the last moment?
Slowly, please.
Did you think you'd lost at the top, that you hadn't managed to win?
I thought that I can win, and I can and try to run quickly. But she pushed this the finish, and I thought that not I'm second, and begin to cry. But then I down, I look at time. And of course was happy, but not very happy.
What about the World Games? Talk to me about the World Games. What happened there?
Games. Oh, on World Games I had very good form, physical and psychology form, I had time 8:06. You know, record is 8:05, and I thought that I can do record, but again with Krasavina, I had a little mistake on the start. No, but have one.
So on the 8:06 you had a mistake on the start and still put in an 8:06.
It's a little mistake, had a good time. So I think in China, maybe in Korea, you will have new record.
Is that a promise?
Yes.
You promise?
Yeah, I will try.
Alina, that was an incredible performance. Congratulations. You had the silver in Baku, onto a gold at the World Games, and now another gold here. You must be feeling pretty happy.
This is my second win in Arco. Last year I have won here too.
Anything to say to anyone watching back home in Russian? Anything to people at home in Russian?
In Russian. Мамочке моей огромный привет и спасибо Оле Кузнецовой и моим друзьям джиу-джитсу.
I had to give you that opportunity because you stole the mic off me last time to try and do it. Do you remember in Baku?
Yes, I remember.
Alina, thank you very much. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Alina Gaidamakina, fantastic performance all the way through. So, an incredible performance from both of those athletes there. They take home the gold medals for their respective countries. An entirely Russian podium in the female speed category. And then the Czech Republic taking the gold with Libor Hroza in the men's. Kuxin Zong taking the silver. And then Kokorin taking the bronze medal for Russia in the men's. Fantastic effort there for both of them. We get ready for the lead final.
Musica si fa tranquilla perché tempo di premiazioni ufficiali, Coppa del Mondo Split, allora onore a questi splendidi atleti, a queste splendide atlete, gli atleti più veloci del mondo ancora oggi ad onorare qui a Piazza di Arco, il Family Stadium, Rock Master Festival 2013. Manuela, are you ready?
Yeah, almost ready. Half a second.
So it's looking like we're going to have our podium first up. We're going to be seeing the award ceremony for speed. In a few moments' time, I'll hand you over to the local compares here at the venue, and they're going to be able to talk you through what's happening here at the venue in a few moments' time. Then we'll be moving on for the speed final a little bit later on as well. Stick around with us, guys. It's going to get good later on. A lot more still to come here from Arco.
Official awarding ceremony of the female competition. On the stage, Xenia Polechina, Maria Krasavina, Alina Gaidamakina. Terzo posto and the bronze medal, medaglia di bronzo from Russia, Xenia Polechina. Awarding the bronze medal, second chairman of the International Coordinating Helmut Knabel, vicepresidente della Federazione Internazionale di Sportiva Helmut Knabel, la medaglia. Second place, secondo posto, silver medal, medaglia d'argento, Russia, russa, Maria Krasavina. Silver medal for Russia, Krasavina.
on that. I don't know which
First place, primo posto, gold medal, medaglia d'oro, winner of the third stage of the World Cup Silver 2020 from Russia, Alina Ghetamakina. The gold medal for Ghetamakina, the German International Sport Climbing Federation. Now the flowers to our three podium women and over by Napoli. Presidente Ingato Trentino, the chairman of Ingato Trentino. The flowers for Sena Polekina, Maria Casalina, Elena Ghetamakina. And the trophy, the trofeo for the speed competition at the Arco Master Festival. Santoni Electric organized intern, Santoni Electric handed over by the Council for Sport and Tourism, Assessore al Turismo e allo Sport della Repubblica, Renato Veronesi. And now, in the honor of the winner, the rising of the flag e la Russian National Anthem, Leone alza la bandiera e in onore della vincitrice, l'inno nazionale russo. Now the main unrolling ceremony is get ready. Stanislav Kokorin, Kusenzong, and Igor Rosa. So on our stage, Stanislav Kokorin, Kusenzong, and Igor Rosa. Speed World Cup 2030, first stage in Arco official awarding ceremony of the medal category. Third place, terzo posto, bronze medal, medaglia di bronzo from Russia, Stanislav Kokorin. And for the bronze medal, Stanislav Kokorin and Oscar, second chairman of the IFSC. Second place, secondo posto, silver medal, medaglia d'argento from China, lui è Dixon Chong. La consegna d'argento, il presidente della federazione internazionale di matematica sportiva nel finale. First place, primo posto, gold medal, medaglia d'oro, winner today in Arco, the third stage of the World Cup in 2030 from Czech Republic, Repubblica Ceca, Igor Rosa. Rosa, and now the flower. To the two champions, number 3. Madonna Lisa, fantastic podium of the speed competition of tonight. And ora Renato Veronesi, Town Councilor Arco per Sport and Tourism e fiori consegnati da Renato Veronesi, assessore allo sport del turismo del comune di Arco. Stanisław Corcorina, senza ombra, Vivo Rosa. E a Vivo Rosa, winner in Arco del trophy. Il Rosa vincitore qui all'Arco e il trofeo sembra Santoni Vende consegnati da Marco Benedetti. Venuto da Marco Benedetti Ermeno, Ficcata Trentino. And now, the rising of the TX, in honor of the winner del champion National Anthem, che ora l'alza bandiera e in onore del vincitore, l'inno nazionale ceco. C'è National Anthem for the corner of Vivo Rosa, the second place for the singer song, and the third place Stanisław Corcorina. The last picture of our main podium for the World Cup speed competition. L'ultima foto per questo podio della gara speed di Coppa del Mondo, sarà del circuito dell'Arco, sarà con la di fondo e poi riprendete il posto e riprendete il fiato perché fra poco ad un quarto d'ora andremo con la finale lì, un altro grande momento qui alla Master Climbing Stadium. And now after this emotion very important of this moment of the bigger morning ceremony of the speed of World Cup in Arco, take your place again because in support for now more than less. It will not pass slowly and we will be punctual with honor with the lead final.
So, that was the presentation of our athletes. They have accepted their medals, and as the announcer was saying just a few moments ago, we have roughly 10 to 15 minutes before we get things underway with our lead final here for the Rockmaster Festival. We're going to be covering that for you throughout the rest of this evening. And in a few moments' time, we'll be getting things underway with that one whilst the officials just get themselves set up and ready to go. The female route is on. The lead final of the Arco.